Last week we told you about the Duke porn star. It's a freshman at Duke. She has a secret job, or it was a secret up until recently when a frat boy found out about it and revealed her identity around campus. Now, at the time, we didn't know who she was, what her identity was.
Yeah.
It turned out her name is Belle Knox.
That's her?
There were a lot of photos of her on Google. This is the only one I'm legally allowed to show you on YouTube because the rest of them all had penises in them. And in her.
Where the penises
So you're
in
having
relation.
fun at work, is what you were saying.
Well, look,
I'm doing research, boss. I'm doing research.
To be fair, in this photo, the penis is buried somewhere.
Yes.
So we don't.
You can't technically see it.
Yeah,
so
therefore.
Edited them out.
so
can see her eyes
since
go.
the first video we did,
Is she Jerry Lewis?
see that actually doesn't. Okay, so since the first video we did, we now know, as we showed to you, who she actually is. Her apparent, not just her porn identity has come out, but her actual real name, which we're not going to reveal here, but also her father's name, his phone number. Like, people are spreading a lot of personal information about her.
Kasparian's her actual name.
Exactly. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Wait until she sees this. And so obviously this has led to a lot of harassment because we live in America in 2014 and people can't just let shit like this lie. There have been death threats to her, people saying they're going to track her down and throw garbage on her and stuff like that. And so I want your guys' reaction, but first we've got a couple of recent quotes from her since the most recent information has come out. So let's go to those. My birth name is one name. It is mine. It is the name I am enrolled in at Duke. It is what my family and friends call me. My porn name is another name. It is the name I use when I perform. These are two different worlds in which I inhabit. I can't stop you from calling me any name you want to, including slut, whore, or bitch, but I can decide what name I use. And let's go one more. The internet does not dictate my life. My sexuality is not some sort of blackmail to be used against me, granting you ownership over my life or my story. It is my life. It is my story. And so she has come out and said, wonderful. So she has come out and said that she sees herself, first of all, she's a libertarian Republican, and she sees herself as a potential, like, libertarian feminist voice for porn stars. And bear in mind that she's doing this because Duke costs like $60,000 a year, which is insane. And she feels like she would have preferred that this had just stayed a secret, but if it's going to be revealed, then she wants to own it and everything. Now, in the first video we did on this, I said I don't understand why anyone at Duke, let alone outside of Duke, cares at all. Am I crazy? If this happened at your university, would you remotely care who she was?
Eleni.
Well,
The girl I know, Eleni, was in the Playboys of the Pac-10.
Oh, really?
And everyone was like, oh, for like 5 minutes.
But then they moved on.
Yeah, because she didn't show her nipples. She was wearing a backpack over her nipples.
I think it makes
Okay, I like
sense
that.
people would freak out about that. I mean,
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because it's like suddenly there's a celebrity in your midst and they're like in your class. You know, it's like a cool.
How many of them had ever seen her before? It feels to me like we are surrounded by so much porn. There are so many things you can see, crazy things that our fathers would have never imagined they'd get to witness. To be this obsessed because one happens to go to a school, like Duke's not a small school. There are so many people there. And they should just be happy because there's, like, college girl porn has been a big thing for a long time. Finally, one of them actually goes to college and is not just pretending. Yeah. You'd think they'd just be happy about that. But they're ruining it. They're not just ruining her life. They're not just harassing her. But they're also making it so a lot of other girls at their school who might have considered that career are probably not going to now.
Which is a loss to the industry,
but
let's
what's
be
the
honest.
difference? It's like, okay, yes,
No,
like
I'm with
prostitution
you.
isn't legal, but this porn is legal, so what's the difference? Especially considering how crazy expensive college is. Why shouldn't they do this?
I guess I would wonder if I mean, I don't know, do other porn stars get hate mail and threats?
Yeah, all the time.
That's like a thing? Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
See?
so,
I had no idea.
People be like,
More
how dare you?
anti-porn.
It's people writing the email with one hand going, how dare you? Oh, I hate myself, it turns out.
That's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's going to be a great gift,
Disney,
by the way.
right? It's a Disney show?
No comment.
So before her name was actually revealed, another porn star named Tasha Rain came out and wrote a letter in support of her and said that when her identity was revealed, and she's willing to say what her actual name is and everything, she got tons of hate mail, not from strangers, but from her uncle, from her cousins and stuff like that, saying that they never want to see her around anymore. So even though it's 2014 and everyone writing those letters to her, often every day possibly, watches porn, they still won't accept it when it's someone they know.
See, is it weird that I understand that, your family being upset about you doing porn way more than strangers? Because your family knows you. They're like, oh my God, the uncle, I've known you since you were a little kid, and now you're out with a bunch of penises. I could see being upset about that. as an uncle.
her makeup.
You know, but I can't
Gonna
imagine.
go out with a bunch of penises today.
You're so pretty. I wouldn't at all
I
be
would just say
surprised.
I
the
get
reason-
that, but like parents and family members get disappointed if you have any kind of job that they don't think you should have.
Oh yeah, mine are still
Yeah.
waiting for me to go to law school. I mean, it's just not happening.
When are you going to finish graduate school? When are you going to be a professor? Yeah, I got
Darn
that
it,
a lot.
Mom! I'm a star in an internet talk
God.
show on occasion.
Yeah, I'm willing to stretch the
Drive a
truth that much.
scooter.
I have a car now. God damn it. But anyway, so the reason that I felt that this is worth bringing up again is I'm disappointed with this entire thing. Not because we should necessarily expect more of college guys. They're still pretty immature. But, like, it's 2014, and I would think that, at least in, like, California, she comes out to LA on her breaks to do the videos. Like, your family, like, these people probably consider themselves pretty liberal, pretty progressive. And yet, when it comes to sex, they're still just as much Puritans as they were in like the 1920s and the 1950s. They still think it's wrong. You shouldn't do it. You should hide your body. You should be ashamed of your body. They might say otherwise at a cocktail party, but when it comes to someone they know, I think that they hold very disappointing views.